Now on CoastTV News.
Who has something to say about highway improvements? Community members weighing in about Route 5 plans today. It took months to plan, but Georgetown says yes to circle safety changes. We'll tell you what's next. Denrec defends its plans for a new bathhouse at Cape Henlopen State Park, why environmentalists are still pushing back. And a historic bridge gets a high-tech makeover in Lewes.
And we are in for quite a cold night, along with the winds acting up a bit, chilly weather, along with some concerns about flooding coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
DelDOT asked and the public answered. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight on State Route 5. If you've driven on that road, you know it can get busy, and there are plans in the works to make it safer and easier to drive on. As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, DelDOT made sure Tuesday that the public could voice any comments or concerns they may have.
Improving our roads while keeping drivers and pedestrians safe. That is DelDOT's goal as they held a workshop Tuesday afternoon to give the public the chance to speak up about the department's latest road project.
I mean, these people know the roads the best, the intersection the best. They use it every day, so it's invaluable, to get their firsthand, comments and their, how they feel that what we should be doing. And a lot of times, a lot of that makes it back into the project.
One idea is adding a roundabout at the intersection of Harbison Road and Cool Spring and Hurdle Ditch roads. Dennis Sears is hoping DelDOT will take his suggestions seriously.
I'm not totally happy with the design, but they told me they're trying to slow us all down, and I was looking for a little bit more efficient, quicker driving with what I was thinking about. But at least something had to be done, and this is better than the situation that exists.
If you couldn't make it to the meeting Tuesday, DelDOT is accepting public comments online until December 12th.
While not every suggestion or concern from the workshop can be put into place by DelDOT, the general reaction from the public was that they were happy and grateful they could give some insight and public comment to the roads they drive on. In Georgetown, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
New at 11, after months of planning, the Georgetown Town Council is making moves to address crashes at the Georgetown Circle. Tonight, council members approved the Circle Advisory Committee's long-awaited recommendations. Plans include replacing one-way signs with reflective arrows, adding more 15 miles per hour speed limit signs, and installing blinking lights on roundabout signs. They'll also strengthen bollards to help prevent damage. Some locals say these changes are overdue.
It was a very rare occurrence, and then all of a sudden it became almost a weekly occurrence. I would come to work and there would be a lamppost down. I would come to work and notice that someone had crashed into one of the flower beds.
These improvements will cost the town a little over $30,000. In Lewes, history gets a high-tech boost. Volunteers have upgraded the 1916 railroad swing bridge near American Legion Road. They added solar panels, LED lights, and new batteries to keep it running through the winter. The bridge played a key role in both World Wars and helped transport a gun barrel from the USS Missouri in 2012. We're going to take a live look outside now into Lewes, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams will join us with a look at the weather. Paul, you say it's going to get pretty chilly tomorrow.
We're already feeling the chill in the air right now. And it's major cold that's beginning to kick in for us. But ultimately, we're going to be dealing with a winter-like start to the day, but we're still very dry, although we have the concern for possible flooding. All that in one big amalgam. For example, first of all, wildfire concerns continue, bone dry conditions continue, along with low humidity and gusty winds that we've experienced throughout the day. Grab the coat, because tomorrow morning is going to be beyond just chilly. It's going to be downright cold, feeling like the 20s, dropping into the 30s, with the wind chill factor feeling like the 20s. And then we have a coastal flood advisory in effect for Wednesday from 4 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock, and then a flood watch, which is actually even more serious, from Wednesday night to Friday morning. We'll go over this in great detail on why we have such a fragmented kind of a situation expected for the next 24 to 48 hours. Till then, back to you, Christina.
All right, Paul, thank you. Well, the battle between preservation and development continues. 12 acres off Savannah Road in Lewes could be home to a development called Overfall Preserve. It went in front of the Lewes Planning Commission tonight and brought out a lot of public comments. The development is proposed to be 90 townhouses with amenities like a pool and a connection to the bike path. Some locals have concerns about traffic and safety, though.
First of all, you got the high school right there, number one. Second of all, it's one of the major routes to get to our hospital, okay? And then a big concern is during the summer when you have all the tourists, they're already not really in tune with the local traffic patterns, and this is just going to make it even more complicated.
Some people Coast TV spoke with are urging DelDOT to conduct a traffic study on the area before continuing with this project. Sticking with development here, new affordable housing could come to where a Georgetown church currently sits. The owner is looking to rezone approximately 14 acres from highway commercial to townhouse residential for affordable townhomes. And the town council passed this ordinance tonight. The front of the property currently houses the First Baptist Church of Georgetown. The plan is to keep the church and parking lot as a separate commercial lot. John Betts, who lives in Georgetown, says it's a good idea.
There's an increased homeless population that has migrated here because of the services that are here. And so housing has been a crisis and it continues to be a crisis. And if affordable housing is hard to find. So if that's something that the town and the church want to accomplish, I think it's a great idea.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think is most important in new developments like the Overfall Preserve or these new proposed townhomes in Georgetown. Let's take a look at the results. If you look at your screen, you can see 58% saying traffic controls most important, 31% saying green spaces, 7% saying affordable housing, and 4% saying modern amenities. And we still want to know what you think. It's not too late to vote. You can head over to coasttvnews.com or use our mobile app, and you can see the updated results online. Well, Pete Hegseth has been chosen to be the next Secretary of Defense. President-elect Donald Trump made the announcement in a statement Tuesday, calling Hegseth, quote, tough, smart, and a true believer in America first. Hegseth, a co-host on the Fox network, marks the second television personality to be elevated to a cabinet-level position in Trump's upcoming term. According to Hegseth's website, he's an Army veteran of Iraq, Afghanistan, and Guantanamo Bay. He's earned 2 Bronze Stars and a Combat Infantryman's Badge. As President-elect Trump announces some of his picks for top administrative jobs, one he's been quiet on is Education Secretary. That could be due to his campaign pledge to scrap the department entirely. And we still have more news to get to tonight. Still ahead, a warning from Assateague, why officials are asking you to think twice before releasing balloons. But first, DenRec responds to concerns over a new bathhouse at Cape Henlopen State Park.
And as we take a look at what's happening with our Bay forecast across the Bay, we've had very gusty conditions throughout the entire day that made it feel colder. But now we're going to feel even colder than that tomorrow morning, and that's just the beginning of the forecast. I'll have the full story on your weather in just 60 seconds.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's comfort with Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning.
Now through December 7th, get up to $2,200 with Carrier's Cool Cash Instant Rebate on qualifying systems. That's right, big savings on a brand new, energy-efficient heating system. You may also be eligible for a federal tax credit up to $2,000 with a qualified system.
Get it done now and stay warm all winter long. Call Coastal Comfort or visit coastalcomfort.com, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
So we've got several things to talk about. First and foremost, it's going to be cold. Well, it's already cold. Okay, it's going to get even colder than that as the temperatures continue to plummet. Then we're going to be concerned about dry conditions because the concerns about fire hazard are still active. And then when it finally rains, we may have to worry, well, at least be concerned about possible coastal flooding for those cities that are close to standing water. So our Bay Health camera in Milford, we're already down to 30 degrees according to the measurements that we're receiving from our Bay Health camera. So we're going to stay under clear skies for the rest of the night. Keep in mind, wildfire concerns will persist because of our persistent dry conditions. Because remember, we just came out of 44 straight days of dry weather. Gusty winds also not helping out as far as keeping the moisture content on the high side in our neck of the woods. Cold night for us to head as we drop down into the 30s, feeling like the 20s, thanks to a combination of the winds and the winds coming out of the north, along with the drop in the temperatures. And we have a flood advisory in effect for Wednesday, 4 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock. And then after that, Wednesday evening, we are upgraded to a flood advisory to a flood watch, rather. And so that's connected more to the high and low tides, along with the chance of rain that we have in the forecast. That's increased in the volume of rain we're expecting. Temperatures already in the 40s, and we've yet to really crack, 11:30. 40 degrees in Seaford, 44 in Delmar. Winds pouring out of the north, that adds to our cold feeling in the air, especially with the winds coming out of the north. And then it's breezy along the coast. I mean, we have a small craft advisory along the coast for us throughout the Chesapeake Bay area for Cambridge, as well as off the coast for us in Ocean City, and off the coast for us really for all of the Delmarva Peninsula, which is inclusive of Sussex. So that's about 25 mile per hour wind gusts. That's one concern. Then we're concerned about the flood advisory / watch. That's in effect for all of Sussex, including all the way up towards Kent as well. So we're watching out for this because it's combined with a concern with the high and low tides, and we're concerned about the rain that's pushing across, because we really haven't had much in the way of rain. And since we're expecting a dumping of rain, pretty heavy, and the ground's been so dry for so long, it's not likely for the water that accumulates to fall quickly. In other words, it's been so dry, the water's going to just kind of stand for a little while when it hits. And that water, we're expecting the majority of the lion's share of the rain to hit Thursday night, going to early Friday morning. And that's the time frame that we're looking at right now, according to all of our forecasting models. For Wednesday morning, we start off in the 40s, and we only go up to the 50s. Thursday, we start seeing the cloud cover thicken for us by the afternoon hours, but it's Thursday night, we start seeing wave upon wave of scattered showers begin to push through our immediate area that you see personified by the green. Friday, once again, same thing from Willards all the way down to Pocomoke City and Chincoteague, and then the winds will be shifting out of the northeast. And the amount of rain has changed up about 1/3 of an inch to about 1/2 inch. We had some more impressive numbers earlier, but the bottom line is we are looking for scattered showers on Friday, Chincoteague as well as Assateague. Look for the moisture content to go on the increase Friday and Thursday and Friday for us in Ocean City as well as Fenwick Island, as well as Lewes going into Rehoboth. So as we begin to kind of summarize our expectations, here is a look at your extended forecast. Cloudy skies staying persistent for us on Thursday, but the cold is going to be our primary concern.
Paul, thank you. DENREC is speaking out after environmentalists say building a new bathhouse on a dune at Cape Henlopen State Park is against the park's master plan. DENREC says that's not true. What's more, the agency says the current facility does not have adequate changing rooms, bathrooms, or space. On your screen now is the plans that DENREC put forward, and groups like Preserve Our Park are against this plan.
It takes up a lot of space here on the dune, and we are convinced that a very well-designed plan could incorporate all the needs that they have for this bathhouse, the new bathhouse, right here on this site.
I think anyone that has used this beach on a busy day, we wouldn't be able to stand here. And unfortunately, because we don't have the services now, someone might be getting first aid from a lifeguard right there, or people would be just trying to get a spot out of the sun to eat their food.
Bivens also said if there's any endangered wildlife or plants in the area, that the plans can be adjusted accordingly. Assateague Island National Seashore is asking you to think twice before releasing balloons. They shared this picture on Facebook, pointing out that thousands of balloons end up on our beaches or in the ocean every day, and they pose a threat to wildlife. Seabirds are hit the hardest, with balloons being the deadliest type of marine debris for them. Officials suggest eco-friendly alternatives like using natural confetti or flying a kite. Coming up, decisions. They can be hard to make. Some tips to help.
Black Friday starts early at Johnny Janosic. Get an extra 20% off or 0% APR for 60 months. Going on now at Johnny Janosic.
This is my legacy.
The Toyota RAV4 Legacy is earned as the best-selling SUV in America. Designed with the capabilities and comfort to tame the trail or road. Right now, get a RAV4 with low 3.99% APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
Here at the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in countertops, to not only ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
When I came into the Delmarva Design Center and see that big collection of slabs, that makes really the decision seamless.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Sexually transmitted infections remain high across the country, but the epidemic, it may be slowing down. That's according to a report released Tuesday from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Researchers credit increased testing and treatment. They also pointed to high schoolers reporting fewer sexual partners and a decline in those who are having sex at all. Health experts are cautiously optimistic about the improved rates, but they said that doesn't mean the epidemic is over and there's still a long way to go. Take a guess on how many decisions you've made today. From the moment you wake up to the time you close your eyes at night, one expert estimates your brain makes upwards of 35,000 decisions every day. And that can often drain your energy, making even simple choices difficult. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to help you defeat decision fatigue.
What to do for dinner? What to wear to work? Do you have time to go to the gym, or would it be better to take a brisk walk? All simple questions, but the weight of answering them each day can get heavy.
Decision fatigue is the mental exhaustion that individuals feel when they make multiple decisions over the course of a day.
Psychologist Susan Albers with Cleveland Clinic says it's a common problem for many adults and can be caused by stress, feeling overwhelmed, and lack of sleep. Since decision fatigue can build up over time, it can be tricky to spot. But she says there are warning signs, including procrastination, decision avoidance, impulsive decisions, irritability, brain fog, and confusion.
If you are a single parent or you carry the majority of the decisions at work, you may find yourself struggling more often with making these choices.
To help defeat decision fatigue, Albert says to create a routine to help know what to expect each day. Limit your options, like having some go-to meal ideas. Prioritize decisions. Albert says studies show we make our best decisions first thing in the morning. And delegate some decisions.
Children can decide what they want to wear in the morning, or a spouse can help us to decide what to make for dinner. This helps to lower the pressure and decrease some of the decisions that you have to make that are not that important.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The holiday season is here. It's the most wonderful time of the year for some, but it can be sad for others, and that's where Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign can help bring the Christmas spirit to everyone. But we need your support to make it happen.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little ones.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations, which give gifts to children this holiday season.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva because WBOC covers all administrative costs.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. And as our thank you, we'll list your business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
And you can donate by sending a check or money order to address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Are you looking for some holiday goods, but also maybe some holiday books? The Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park will be hosting its Holiday Boutique and Book Fair this Saturday, November 16th from 9 to 2 p.m. at the Officers Club in the park. A wide selection of books, homemade crafts, and holiday-themed gift items will be offered. Coming up tonight in sports, a trip to the state finals is on the line. We preview the path coming up. And still to come, innovative eats. Restaurants are serving up fungus for dinner, how it tastes and why it's good for the environment.
And chilly Wednesday for golf, of course, not quite as breezy, but the highs will be in the low 50s. But the morning tee-off time, oof, brutal, feeling like a winter morning.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Your Ford dealer presents Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. The intelligently designed F-150 truck with hands-free highway driving. Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Get F-150 with $3,900 plus $3,000 bonus cash or Super Duty with $3,900 or $2,000 customer cash.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewes Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows and pick the perfect apples, organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood. The historic Lewes Farmers Market is now in the Lewes Elementary School parking lot on Savannah Road every Saturday from 9 to noon.
Welcome to the brand new Bath by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Bath by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etched tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
With more than 25 years of surgical expertise, Dr. Julie Berry is now accepting new patients at Tidal Health Ear, Nose, and Throat Surgery. Dr. Berry offers specialized care for a wide range of general ear, nose, and throat disorders. Whether you're dealing with chronic sinus issues or require advanced surgical intervention, Dr. Berry is here to provide expert care tailored to your specific needs. Discover the difference that expert care can make. Schedule your appointment today.
Coming up,
I am so excited.
Drew's got Food Network star Sunny Anderson and Christina Ricci. She reveals the surprising lesson Cher taught her.
She was really amazing.
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
The 32nd annual Winter Fest of Lights in Ocean City starts Thursday, November 21st with a tree lighting ceremony. This year's event features expanded light displays, new attractions like fire pits, amusement rides, and augmented reality games, along with a return of popular traditions like the 12 Days of Christmas scenes. The event is free on opening night with tickets available for admission throughout the season. Well, restaurants are apparently using fungus to create new dishes out of food waste. Reporter Maya Eaglin visits one high-end restaurant doing just that.
Blue Hill Restaurant at Stone Barns is famous for its innovative cuisine, wealthy clientele, and now fungus grown on food waste.
If I saw this for the first time, I would not think this is food.
This is a fungus that is most common in Indonesia. It is used to produce a food called oncom. You grow the fungus on different forms of food waste, everything from stale bread to leftover rice from our staff meal.
When you say leftover rice, is that coming off of someone's plate, or is that leftover in the pot?
It is leftover in the pot.
The fungus grows in about 2 days.
So this is essentially oat bran.
Leveling up the nutritional value of foods like this rice bread.
There's a final product in here?
Yeah, so this is the incubator where everything is basically growing over the course of the 2 days it takes. And this allows us to control the temperature and the humidity so that it's the perfect growing conditions for the fungus.
You can eat it raw, but the chefs here serve it pan-fried with a dash of salt. But the most important question, how does it taste?
It doesn't taste bad, but it's definitely interesting. I think seeing it before, that has kind of a whoa factor to it, but it tastes fine.
No, I mean, this is very familiar to me. This looks like cheesy toast.
So why even eat this fungus in the first place when cheesy toast is an option? In the US, we throw out nearly 40% of our food supply every single year. That contributes to increased greenhouse gas emissions, higher risk of compromising our water supplies, and major economic losses.
So there's a lot of different things that this fungus can grow on.
Blue Hill partnered with neurospore expert Dr. Vayu Hilmaini to develop this process.
What we found is that it can grow on many other types of waste substrates. You know, cashew milk waste, oat milk waste, fruit and vegetable, juice waste. The other thing that we found is that the fungus is safe. It doesn't produce any toxins. And then finally, we did some sensory trials. We tested this fungus with people in Denmark who found it quite delicious and quite appealing. So we sort of checked the boxes of it grows so many different things, it's tasty and it's safe.
I have to ask you about the ick factor here. How do you get people over the mental hump of being open to trying something like this?
So our job as chefs is to take that unfamiliar and make it familiar. I think the first step in doing that is it has to be delicious, and that's what we're working on. So our criteria, our bar is this something that you want another bite of?
Still, the cost to try these creations at this fine dining restaurant could be out of reach for the average American.
Price point though, what are we talking about?
We're thinking of doing something in the cafeteria that you could come in and just buy in the form of bread. So that might be $5. And then if you had a meal here, you're looking at a couple $100.
I think the point of this work is to be able to spread these ideas, not necessarily scale them. That, for us, is incredibly important. How can the things that we make in this lab be delicious so that people actually want to go out of their way to purchase them?
Bettering our food systems and the environment, one brave bite at a time. Maya Eaglin, NBC News.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? We've got some state finals going on in boys soccer. It's the first state competing to get to the biggest stage. It's time to preview all the action happening tomorrow night. For boys soccer in Delaware in the Division II bracket, one-seeded Sussex Academy defeated St. Mark's in overtime. Forward Andres Romero Nieto scored both goals, including the free kick in OT to win it. The Seahawks outshot the Spartans 13-3, and Sussex Academy took on the fourth-seeded Caravel Academy. That matchup will happen tomorrow for a chance to advance to the state finals. Now, Division I, Cesar Ronnie defeated Cape Henlopen last Thursday in a double overtime thriller, 3-2. The Riders have had plenty of time to rest ahead of their matchup against fourth-seeded Delcastle. That also takes place tomorrow from Milford High School. The state finals will be held this Saturday at Dover High at 4 p.m. To the MLB, Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Zach Wheeler is named a Cy Young Award finalist. He finished the year with a 16-7 record and a 2.57 ERA while leading the National League with 26 quality starts and had the best opponent's batting average and on-base percentage. He is up against Pittsburgh's Paul Skeens and Atlanta's Chris Sale. Winner will be announced Wednesday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Thank you all so much for tuning in. That'll for us for now. Have a great night, everybody.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Shop fabulous fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewes. Discover stylish and comfortable clothing made from designers you know and love. From head to toe, you can complete your look at Twyla's. A large selection of fashionable shoes, including popular brands such as Piccolinos and Naote, and trendy winter jackets to keep you warm this winter. We believe in building lasting relationships and always offer honest fashion advice. Come visit us for a unique shopping experience. Shop fabulous fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewes.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
The Race to the Top 50 sales drive continues at Preston Ford. Save up to $8,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Ford Edge. Embrace the future with savings up to $5,000 off MSRP on 2024 Mustang Mach-E's. We have nearly 1,000 new Fords on the lot, all priced to sell fast. But hurry in as the inventory moves fast during our Race to the Top 50 in the nation. Check out the entire selection at PrestonFord.com. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
If pages could talk, this book might have quite a story to tell. Originally checked out in 1973, a copy of the early work of Aubrey Beardsley finally made it back to its home library. The Boston resident who found it took it to the Cambridge Library. Workers there soon realized the 19th century book of illustrations actually came from the Worcester Library. They sent it over with a note that read, "Returning to its rightful home 51 years later." The fine for such a late return? Almost $2,000. But the Worcester Library suspended late fines in 2020 when it realized they don't encourage people to return books. The book is now being kept in the library and only available to view in the building. Library officials say it's in surprisingly good condition.
Well, there's something to be said about integrity, right? There we go. All right, our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City. Temperature staying in the 40s, but falling very quickly and staying on the cold side. By the way, our umbrella giveaway winner is Abby Hitaffer of Salisbury. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Please keep in mind, we do have a coastal flood advisory and then watch what will be in effect for Wednesday going to Wednesday night. Also, small craft advisory is going to stay active for us along the coastal region, so we're bracing for 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts before we get that chance of a little rain pushing here by Thursday. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Medalis, Buckstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. Chance of rain on Thursday, then another round of rain possibly for next Wednesday and next Thursday.
All right. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.